Hey guys, Anthony Pietro here, back with another video. For today's video, I wanted to talk about why you might not be losing body fat on your diet and training protocols. So a lot of people always say that they have a really slow metabolism, and it is definitely the case. They're definitely justified in that sense. I just wanted to shed some light on why some people may have a slower metabolism and what you can do about it. What you can do to improve it and expend more calories throughout the day to compensate for your slower metabolism. So first off, there's three main factors that will determine how many calories your body utilizes and expends as energy throughout the day. The first one being your BMR, which is your basal metabolic rate. This accounts for roughly 60% of your total daily expenditure each day. So what is your BMR? BMR stands for basal metabolic rate, which is mainly genetic. This is basically the rate at which your body, how many calories your body uses throughout the day just to survive, just for survival purposes. So if you were to lay in your bed all day, 24 hours of the day and not do anything, not even including your digestive system, your body would burn 60% of the total calories that your maintenance revolves around. So that is mainly genetic. A 200-pound person, their basal metabolic rate would be significantly higher than a 100-pound person because of the physiological demands of metabolic processes and everything going on in your body. A 200-pound person has greater demands than a 100-pound person. So that one you don't have too much control over. However, NEAT, which is the second most significant variable, you have a lot more control over. NEAT stands for non-exercise activity thermogenesis, which basically means all the energy your body expends throughout the day that isn't considered structured exercise. So if you were to mow the lawn, move your hand, reach for a water bottle, sit down, stand up, lay down, walk around, drive, fidget, even if you're sitting in your chair, if you have an office job and you sit down all day, but you're fidgeting, you're burning extra calories. That contributes to your NEAT. And that makes up 15 to 40% of your daily expenditure, depending on how much you move and so forth. So that is the main factor that you can control. So one way you can increase your NEAT, your total non-exercise activity thermogenesis, would be doing something like, if you drive to work, you can park farther away, so you actually have to walk some distance to your office. Doing that each day adds up, the walk there and the walk back. On your lunch break, going for a 10-minute walk. All these things add up on a day-to-day basis at the end of the week. So you're burning a little bit more calories here and there than you would in the first place if you didn't do that, those types of things. These are all like leisure activities too. You could go for walks at night, or even if you walk your dog, that contributes to your non-exercise activity thermogenesis. And then the third variable, second way you can manipulate your metabolism would be the thermic effect of food, which makes up 10 to 15% of all of this. So the thermic effect of food is how many calories your body is burning and utilizing to digest food. So high fibrous foods, complex carbs, things of that nature, like fruits, vegetables, oatmeal, sweet potato, brown rice. These are all harder for the body to break down, so it requires more energy to break down these foods. So in return, you're actually burning more calories than you would have if you ate things like candy, which is very easily digestible. It's in glucose format, so it's very easy for your body to break down and digest. Therefore, the thermic effect of candy would be very low. More fast foods, they're more so empty calories. The thermic effect is very low. So obviously consuming more complex carbs, fruits, vegetables, you can burn more calories through the thermic effect food, which makes up 10 to 15%. So let's give an example here. If you're female and your maintenance, after all this is taken into consideration, is 1,800 calories, so you're eating 1,800 calories a day, 10% of that would be 180 calories. So your body would be burning up 180 extra calories just from the foods you eat. Another example, NEAT. If you had a job where you walk around all day, or even crazier, if you're a construction worker or you're doing hard labor for hours on end each day as part of your job, like 8-hour days, 10-hour days, that would definitely make up for about 40% of your energy expenditure. So if you were a male eating 3,000 calories a day, 40% of that, I can't do the math on that. Fuck. 40% of that would be 1,200 calories. So right there, you're eating 3,000 calories, 1,200 of those calories would be burned off just by your job if you had a very vigorously active job like doing construction. So NEAT and thermic effect of food are the two variables you can manipulate. So you have control of about at least 30% of your daily energy expenditure. So you can manipulate those variables to increase your metabolism. That's just one method. Another method would be doing reverse dieting, which I explained, which also goes hand in hand with this. So you can manipulate certain variables to keep progressively increasing your intake slow enough to where your body adapts to that. I made a video on reverse dieting and how you can boost your metabolism that way. So if you're interested in that, I'll link the video in the description and annotate it so you can check that out. So in most cases though, there's a lot of people who, let's say they were obese or overweight throughout their childhood. Those people have much greater insulin resistance and are very sensitive to carbs, meaning they store carbs as fat. Their metabolisms are slower because they were inactive in their childhood. This is just another reasoning to why your metabolism may be slow now that you're an adult. So it can be your history, your childhood history has actually a significant impact, and a lot of studies are coming out or have been published proving that. So if you were a sedentary child, not so active in sports, and not eating so well, eating poorly, then now your metabolism will be slower because of that. So people who were athletes all their life, where let's say they played soccer or hockey since they were like 3 years old, all the way up through their teens, and ate relatively well, those are the people who may be claimed as ectomorphs because their metabolisms are so accelerated now because of their past childhood. So don't worry, if you were sedentary as a child, it's just going to take a while, but you can boost your metabolism up manipulating this and doing some reverse dieting while manipulating your training and cardio variables as well. So my recommendations to those people, if your metabolism is already slow, let's say you can't lose weight on like 1,500 calories or less, don't try to run yourself in the ground by continuing to drop your calories and doing more cardio when you already may be doing an hour of cardio every day. That's excessive. That's when I would say try to reverse diet, build your metabolism up, and then you can, after build your metabolism up for weeks, so you can get it up to a good place, and then diet back down from there using these methods. So if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments, or if there's anything else you want me to talk about, also leave in the comments. Give a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe. So I'll see you guys next time.